Hey YouTube, coming at you with a viewer submitted battle from earlier in the season, Bowser PhD, and yes, earlier in the season, and he said, "Thank you so much for teaching in the Pangoro team featured. Note this time you're asking for submissions, so here you are. Um, Even though you hate it, I want to use Bastion since I started the GBL in summer 2024 and finally had the resources to do so. Neither did I assume it to be so tanky, nor at high ranked with 140 HP to be so crucial. I tried a balanced team with Wiggly on the lead." Uh, and drifblim in the back, which all cover each other's weaknesses really, especially Bastiodon's double weakness to ground and fighting. Opposing Clodsires require alignment. Oh yeah, Clodsire is going to be extremely tough. With drifblim, anything else is tough. It's yet my most fun team to play this season. I still play games in German. Yes, that's fine. Yeah, so Clodsire obviously going to be pretty tough. Ground poison. Outside of that, you should be okay for most things. You have a dark cover. Drifblim has to be your safe swap here. So let's take a look. Cordelia on the lead. So going to play this matchup out. Shielding. Shielding up the first move. I assume shielding up the first move. It is a rock tomb, so that lowers your attack. But Icy Wind is super effective and will lower their attack as well. So that is okay. Oops, sorry. Icy Wind is not legacy on either of those. That is for Dugong. Tried to charm down, couldn't quite get it before they got to another move. That's okay. You can live this move. And a Talonflame in the back, going for the Icy Wind. Yeah, I definitely stay in this matchup because Bastion is just going to eat this pretty hard. So you take it down, that's fine. Bastion, just the smackdown is double super effective. What's in the back? A Wiggly. Ooh, Wiggly is tough in the back actually because you have Drifblim with Hex resisted. So getting one move off here, they're going to try and Icy Wind you to lower your attack. The good news is you're Steel. So Swift, Icy Wind, and Charmer all resisted. So I think correctly just playing out this matchup. Getting to next Stone Edge. They're committing the double shield here. You can't commit any shields because they do have a move on Talonflame, and if it is Flame Charge, that's neutral in the steel, so they could boost. Taking another move here. I mean, worst case scenario, you can just go with Drifblim for a one shield win against Talonflame, what's left of it, because they're gonna throw here. I honestly would just probably let this go and just take it with Drifblim. Yeah, I kind of like this. I would instant swap, honestly. Well, I guess it doesn't matter if you have double super effective moves. Okay, go Lurk. So Charms are really gonna chip this. They eventually get out into Drapion, so the Smackdowns are doing a lot. They will have Aqua Tail, but it's gonna take like 4 to take out. There's the first. But yeah, it's going to take a lot to take out a very, very bulky Bastiodon here. So going to get to the second Aqua Tail. This will chip to the yellow. They're going to get another move if you try to go. Yeah, that's fine. I know you're trying to fast move time, but they will get to another move here, which is fine. You'll live. I'd go one and throw here. And then they will need to make a... actually, Poison Dark is actually kind of tricky. Yeah. You could have just charmed it down, but that's fine. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go with, but you have to shield this. I like this. It's super effective moves. Is this Hex or Astonish? It says Hex. Okay. Just doing so much. Wiggly getting to move. You almost need to shield. Gonna let it go. That does not quite take you out. I thought you would shield it and try and lower their attack and then try and charm a bunch. Because the only problem now is you left one Pokemon which they can lower your attack with an Icy Wind here. But I guess you can just Astonish or Hex down the this Pokemon anyways, and they are going to come in, and that just gives you extra farm there. They do reset, but that's okay. You just get this Icy Wind right back here. And now it's just going to be a very aggressive Hex down. You got to shield this one up. It just Wiggly takes so long to get to the moves though, so even if you can't, you should get to a move before them. Yeah, okay, you do Hex down. Azumarill. I mean, Azumarill's tanky, but you could take a decent amount of... You could probably take at least one charge move from him. So getting onto the Swift, chips it to just above 50%. They're going to chip you with what? Play Rough here, probably? No, Ice Beam does take you to below 50%, which means they're going to outpace you here because it's only 5 to an Ice Beam as opposed to 6 on Swift, both 3-turn fast moves. So going to commit the shield, 13. They try to catch, it is a Drapion, I think I saw. Yeah, so chip here and then instant into this one. At this point, you just commit to the farm down, I think, and come out with a move. You lower their attack, so it was going to take 4 on a good day. So now it's 4 or 5 Aqua Tails to take you out here. So I think you just commit down and come out with some energy. Honestly, I don't even care about taking this third one. That's fine. You're not even at yellow yet. Azumarill comes in. Yeah, I think throwing and trying to grab a shield or taking this out. And then we'll see what's in the back here. They are just sacrificing it. That's okay. What is in the back? Oh. Yeah, that's not one you can just sacrifice there. This is worth the shield. Yeah. You can't let a Talonflame come into a double super effective Smackdown user. 100% worth that shield because these Smackdowns are just doing so much. Gonna grab one shield, although I don't even think you need it. Yeah, I feel like it was just a 2 shield, like a fast move damage team at that point. Okay, what do you do here? Yeah, so Steel's tough, right? Charm and Smackdown both resisted. I'm going to just kind of stay in this matchup. They do lower your attack. Icy Wind is neutral, half ground, half steel. So neutral, this will also lower their attack. So it's going to be a close one. Oh, here we're weak to Thunderfang as well in the back here. So it's going to be a little tricky, but you know what? For it being a steel, taking it down to the deep red is pretty good. Going to come in here, and yeah, the only problem is taking a super effective Thunderfang. They're going to lower your defense again, and then getting into a Credilli. So they have to throw Grass Knot because Rock Tomb is resisted. So Grass Knot is at least neutral on the Rock Steel. Going for the Smackdown, or Stone Edge, sorry. They do shield. Interesting. Again, I would probably just let this go. Definitely saving shields for Drifblim when you have a Bastiodon, which is kind of just eat everything here. And they try to catch. I don't like that. This seems like such a waste of energy. I think you just come in and hex down and come out with energy there. Honestly, I'm surprised you're not... I know they have a rock move, but I'm surprised you're not taking the flyer on the grass Pokemon. Maybe you're just worried about pacing here. They shield, but now you got to shield this one. Yeah, I'm not liking how this is being played out right now. Gonna get this off just to make sure that we don't need to take another move from them. Do take them out. What's in the back is another grass, and it's a superior, so you're in a good spot anyways. Icy Wind, super effective, lowers their attack. Frenzy is resisted, but still does better than a non-stab air lace. But maybe 2 non-stab air laces take us out here. Not after the lowering of the attack, though. There's one Frenzy. Not quite enough to take out here. They get to another move, though. And it is a second Frenzy, and that takes you down, and you're going to lose if they get to another Frenzy before you get to move. Yeah, you really lost. I think you really lost it on dumping that energy on the Steelix when you could have just easily come in and hex down and come out with energy there. And you would have swept with ease. Okay, Lapras. Lapras is tanky. Psywave, Sparkling Aria here does a lot of chip damage. Getting to the Swift. This will chip it, but they should just outpace you to the next move and take you out, which is fine. Interesting. Gonna commit to the shield and try and farm down here and come out. Thinking that alignment is more important here. We're going to do the exact same thing as last time on this Drapion, just Icy Wind it, and then Bastiodon will just take the resisted poisons, and out comes a Sableye in the back, and you are in trouble. I think you have to commit the shield. Yeah, because you're going to have to try and grab the shield back here. And just try and, like, hex as much as you can so that you can smack down the rest. But you're going to have to take a move here, and now they're going to have Aqua Tails that don't have a lowered attack. And I think they're just going to outspam you. I think they're going to get a move off here, which is going to chip you. And then I think they're going to get multiple... What are they doing? Okay, they should have got at least one foul play off on you. And now, because they didn't get that foul play off on you, they're going to need a third Aqua Tail instead of just two. And maybe even a fourth. What are they doing? Oh, what a throw. They still get to that Aqua Tail. This is going to be pretty close. You live with 1 HP and take them out. I can't believe they didn't get a move off there. So, definitely a kind of a throw on your opponent's part there. Okay, fantastic lead against Primeape. They're going to get out into something, and that something is a Feraligatr. Yeah, I kind of like just staying in this matchup. You have Drifblim. What's your overall deal with this? You're going to take Switch here no matter what. Claws being resisted. Okay. Farming up, and then you're going to have to probably shield this and come out with some energy. So they will come back in with Primeape. Going to lower their attack in case they do want to shield and try and Rage Fist through this. But lowering the attack, one Rage Fist non-Shadow Drifblim probably doesn't take out now. No, not even close. Now getting the second move off. Knowing that you have a fully loaded Wiggly in the front, I do not know what they're doing here. Why are they double shielding this? This will take you out, okay. But, like, now they're just back to net even on the attack because you lowered their attack twice and they just boosted it twice. Gonna just farm them down. Now you have the Icy Wind, which is super effective here. Unfortunately for you, that last Pokemon is a Clodsire, so that chip is super important. And just gonna come in here. You know, Earthquake is double super effective. You did lower their attack once. Takes you to 50% health, hoping you can get to a Flamethrower, but a Flamethrower won't even take out here. Getting to the Icy Wind, it's going to be close. And not enough, so they're going to take you out. Yeah, that's tough. I probably would have shielded the what's it called, Bastiodon, so you're gonna move off. Okay, Talonflame and Drifblim here, gonna shield up a potential move that is probably just a fly. They do get out into Wiggly, and that is a really tough. So we had a so you had a Talonflame leading against Wiggly, which is terrible. Safe swap Drifblim. They Brave Bird you or something, you grab one shield. They grabbed one shield on you and then just punished you with Wiggly, where the Hex is resisted. They just took 2 AC wins to... Oh boy. Gonna just come in here. Yeah, I mean... Hope that they're what is essentially going to be triple weak to Bastiodon here. Instant swap Bastiodon. Instant swap Bastiodon. Oh, you should be punishing this. You should be punishing this with the smackdowns right now. Especially with the switch timer a little desynced there. So, do end up sniping them. You know, it is Cordelia in the back. So this is not bad, right? We know it's going to take probably 3 Grass Knots to take you out here. There's one. Going for the first Stone Edge. This does grab one shield. Not surprising, they need to start shielding here. Here comes the second, which you will live. Obviously, third one. You may even live a third, actually, because Bold Sea does not really provide any charge move pressure. So here comes the third. Well, here comes the second Stone Edge, which grabs a shield. They are really over farming, which is smart. They want to make sure that they have some energy in case you swap here, which you should be doing. And there is that energy. So we're going to have to commit the shield here. They should get to another move, though. Getting the resisted Swift off. It is stab, but it is resisted on the rock. So not enough to take out, but they just dumped energy, so you should be able to smack down them out here with one more move. Yep. Lapras, again, we've seen this. Not advantage Lapras just because the Sparkling Aura is going to do over 50%, and then they're just going to outpace you to the second move. But not throwing it yet, allowing you to get to the Swift when they're basically at 2 moves, knowing they can live 1. They're basically going to be able to go back-to-back here. Going to Shield. In case it is a Skull Bash, and it is a Skull Bash. But now they get to a Sparkling Aria, which you probably live. And then maybe just Charm down, even though they boosted their... Yeah, kind of a weird one. But you take Switch down to Shield, but Credilli comes in. Okay. Get 1 shield back, a couple charms here. They're going to Bolt Seed down, but then Bastiodon should just eat this. And in the back is a Go Lurk, so we just 100% shield the charge move here. Get to the Icy, farm. Get to the Icy Wind on Throw Up Blind immediately. Getting to the Icy Wind lowers the attack. Would be super effective if they let it go, which they probably will not, or they do, and this game is over. Yeah. Hard punish there. Okay, another Lapras. Well, you can tell that these games are from this season anyways. So Lapras, again, this time getting to the Swift again. Allowing you to get a move off before they get their move off. Letting it go again. CMP right on the 18, so it could be Skull Bash. Nope, just a Sparkling Aria there. They're going to get to another one, which you will live. I don't see how you can double shield this, so it is a Skull Bash, but kind of unfortunate there that we didn't get a move off. Because now it's a scenario we've seen multiple times, except we have not lowered their attack and they have a shield advantage. And here come the Aqua Tails, so we know it's going to be 4. Here comes the second one, though, and they got some energy. There's 2. They may shield and just know that they can significantly outpace you here. Yeah, that's not surprising. Knowing that they're going to get 2 Aqua Tails before you get to your next move, and so you're going to need to make a decision here. I mean, Poison is resisted on Drifblim. I think you just have to let this go. I'm going to shield. I was going to say, I think you just have to let this go and commit to the farm down. Catching an Aqua Tail instead. So catching the Aqua Tail still does neutral, but at least it's not super effective. Jump Left in the back, which is double weak to ice, but it is a shadow. So even if you lower its attack here, I feel like Acrobatics should one-shot the rest of Drifblim here. Acrobatics does one-shot Drifblim. Both moves are super effective here. Getting to the Stone Edge. This will not quite take out. And they get to another move. Every move, unless it's an energy ball, but probably just a flying type move, although Acrobatics does chip. And do smack them down. And now smack them down here. Yes, crazy. Okay. Well, thanks for the submission. I know it was early in the season, but I eventually got back to it. 2 weeks left in the season, so I think I'm probably done for the Great Leagues from earlier in the season. I went back and I had to dig pretty back in the earlier part of the season. So hit me up, Great League battles, link below, because there is just 2 weeks of Great League left. So we will be showcasing that. So thanks for watching. Good luck on the final push, and I will see you guys in the next one.